It is a week of learning, collaboration, and innovation as early childhood educators from across Lagos gathered at Mende Junior Secondary School, Maryland, for the 5-day capacity building workshop organized by the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, Lasubeb and Unicef. The training focused on effective use of revised 1-year pre-primary curriculum and teacher's guide, equipping participants with modern strategies to improve teaching and learning outcomes at the foundation level.
This training to build their capacity on the 1-year pre-primary curriculum is a very rare privilege and should not be wasted. Whatever they learn here, they should go to the classroom because it's going to be practical-based training. And why are we doing this? For the holistic development of the Nigerian child, which is in line with the mantras of Lasubeb, of leave no child behind. And the essence of this is that even children with disabilities are not left out. Yes, in the curriculum, because there's a column for modification, and what that modification takes care of. What in case you have a child with a disability in your class, there's provision for that child. That's why you have to modify the classroom. There's a column for that, and that's make it beautiful.
All these materials are what you need as materials for your secretary. You will see that by the time you pick all these materials one after the other, you are done with the circle time. Because circle time on its own is an activity. Though it is not a class activity, it is an activity you do outside. But if the weather is not favorable, if the weather is not conducive, you don't keep children outside. You can do your circle time inside, provided you have the space.
If it is not fun, our pupils will not learn, our children will not learn. So it's not going to be business as usual, but it's going to be learning through play. And the mistake some of our parents make that you want to go to school, you want to learn sharing. But through play, they are learning.
Executive Chairman of the board, Dr. Akim Shitu, commended the teachers for their commitment and encouraged them to translate the knowledge gained into classroom practice to make learning more engaging and inclusive for young learners.
And when you see that the teachers are friendly and you can understand them, because you need to understand them, there are different kinds of pupils that you have. But you need to understand them. I want to understand them. You will be able to know how to impact on each category of learners. So I think I'm really impressed that at least we have taken something out of our discussion. There's somebody that suggested that we need to modify our title.
And that is why we have the content writer. This is the content writer. And the writer is here.
Thank you very much.
He also appreciated Governor Sanwo-Olu for his continued investment in education infrastructure and teacher development, noting that such initiatives are key to achieving sustainable learning outcomes and realizing the state's vision of leaving no child behind.
The training just to introduce them to the new ways of doing things and to again increase their capacity and keep them updated so that the new curriculum will be very impactful and they will be able to teach our students based on the new ways of teaching. I'm expecting that we'll have a better teachers and then better learners too. That our pupils will be able to learn more. We have to impact more in their learning. And then I expect that going forward, we'll have a better teacher-pupil relationship.
Participants expressed gratitude to Lasubeb and Unicef for the opportunity to enhance their skills, pledging to implement the new teaching approaches in their various schools.
When I go back to my class, I will make sure I effect this properly because it enhances learning and it will improve the learning in the classroom, and I will extend it to other colleagues that are not here.
We are going to implement this because as SSO officers, we go to schools to monitor our teachers to make sure that they carry out what they've learned in the seminar into system by making use of toys, creating all the necessary instructional material that can develop their teaching, that can make teaching more effective for learners. So this innovation has really helped our teachers to pass the message across to our learners in schools. Yes, we want to thank the UNICEF who has put this together, the Federal Ministry of Education, the NEC, and also in collaboration we thank Lasubeb for making it more conducive and more interesting for our teachers to learn.
This is a welcome activities to improve education in Lagos State and Nigeria as a whole. I really commend the organization of this seminar. Kudos to them because they are moving Nigeria forward. Before we know it, some years back now, to come now, we see that children will not be looking for employment all about. They will be constructing on their own and be self-employed. And this is the settings we have now.
The 5-day workshop is part of ongoing efforts by the Lagos State government and UNICEF to build a strong foundation for lifelong learning, one classroom at a time. Over 200 participants, including ECCDE teachers, local government education authority desk officers, and school support officers from all the 20 local government education authorities, took part in the intensive sessions.